Hi everyone and welcome back to Level Up Land 2. Last time it was a bit of a disaster really. I managed to get one key but I really struggled to get it, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to go. And I'm at the point now where my stats are looking pretty high, so I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes. I'm gonna try just heading straight up to number 20, which I think is Upsilonopia. And I know it's up and to the left. And whilst I'm there, I'm going to be passing 19, so there's probably going to be a few more Chronofacts for me to pick up along the way. I'll maybe finally have them all. Now where is number 19? It's just round here. There it is. Right, so I mean, looking at my stats, I might be able to train up in 19 if I need to, and that's okay because it's on the way. It's not, I won't be messing around searching. But anyway, I've got 9 more Chronofacts left. Died before I could raise my cursor to use death. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of fog here. Ah, well, it's against the wall, that's why. So, there's 20. So not all of the Chronofacts, but some of them. Yeah, 20 Upsilonopia. So, this one, don't know why I'm bothering to put them here. So this one is you want to go right then down, left then down, and then right then down then left. So sort of like in a wavy S sort of shape. But before they get these big opening bits where there's like a big empty room next to it, you want to avoid that. And then there's a split here, and whenever there's a split you always want to go down. Right, so here I want to go left, and then there's like an empty bit below me, and then wait till here, and then you get to this bit and we're going to go down. And same again this way. Now what am I going to fight? A drone, a wyvern and a poltergeist. So yeah, the poltergeist and hydras are probably going to be a lot more common in this place. Okay then. I'm in a decent position. Just gonna keep using madness. Madness, they call it madness. Yes. I'm gonna keep missing with rage. And missing with death. Let's do a bit more damage and I'll try death again. Right, well that death would have worked the previous time, if that's the death I had. Oh, and another battle straight away. Oh no, two mechs and a goblin. So this is alright actually. Well, if the rest of the battles are going to be like those two, that's going to be alright. The thing is though, they're probably not. There's a poltergeist again. I can kill this. And then death on that instantly. So right, I'm in a good position. Got 2 restore rolls ready to go. In case things turn south. Oh, quick and hit, but step mine didn't. Don't really know why I bothered with that. I suppose it's just to get the battle over and done with, because I knew I was going to win. Right, so right we go. So actually I'm thinking that this is going to be fine, honestly. So I am feeling pretty confident in my strength now. After we've had a bad run with that previous dungeon, I'm starting to get a bit more confident now. Because I'm looking at my stats and I'm thinking, those stats are good. I think I just might have had just some nasty run-ins with abominations. I mean, they will turn up again. Yeah, see, this fight isn't bothering me at all. Ah, see, Sphinx. Yeah, I forgot about them. Sphinxes can be awkward. And I've got an executioner in the back as well, so... I mean, how strong are executioners though, really? Like, how strong is their executability? I wonder how low my health has to be for execute to work. I mean, well, I think we passed it there. Oh, come on, that death should have worked. See, now this fight could kill me. Right, yep, didn't get the double quicken. Yeah, that's good. Recover all. It's a bit of an extra safeguard against execute. I don't know how much of a safeguard I'm going to need, but I think it's good to get it on there. Right. So you want to go straight down here. Then you get to the bottom, you want to go left. And this might actually be the end of it, now that I think of it. We've got a Yeti. Please hit the Sphinx. No, you hit Warren, I wanted you to hit the Sphinx. Ah, well thank you Yeti for Oh, I think the Yeti hit itself. I think okay, so the Yeti can hit itself. Okay. Okay. So now, if this is the right one, I think it is, the key is in the little dippy bit that I've been saying to avoid all the other ones at the previous rooms. Yeah, so I've got this in the bag, unless in the bag. Yeah, so unless I come across something that's just going to wipe me out, I don't think it's going to happen. But I could just make it. Now the question is, I think I don't know if I can make it. Right, so there it is. Right, okay, this doesn't seem to be too hard of a fight. Let's just hope. Well, the sniper's going to shoot somebody. And it was a shot that was survived. Oh, nearly a triple quicken. Aha. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to travel as much as I would have wanted to, so I might have to warp out and then head off to 21. You know, at this point I'm not going to bother deleting spells, just whatever you give me, that's what I've got. At least that's the plan. So, let's try heading off to number 21. Which is a little bit south of where 20 is. Such a big empty field, this game, isn't it? It's like an open world game. Kind of is, isn't it, really? I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going to the later bases right from the start, should you choose to. Right, so yeah, just a bit up and to the left here. Can we kill the leprechaun before it vanishes? No, I don't think we can. Goodbye, leprechaun. Ah, there it is. I wandered up a bit too far. Now, I'll warn you, this is the ugliest base in the game, without question. Look at that tile pattern. Now, this 5 here, the way that it works is that it's sort of like a series of hands and fingers, so that every like hand, as it were, has 5 fingers. You might remember like Amalia, the number 3, right near the start. It's kind of like that, apart from there's lots of them. So, it's divided into 5 different sections, and for this you want to go to the far right one first. Yeah, see, Wyvern and Abomination, I can deal with them. Again, got a so-called lucky death. Again, double quicken, no, nearly double quicken, but not quite. Right. So once you get up to here, it's the second from the right. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a lot of misses from these. Loads of misses. Well, I used that a bit too early, I shouldn't have done that. Oh! I must be misremembering. I think the first 2 must be the other way around. Again, not quite with the double quicken. Okay. I want to step mine. Let's step mine it. No. Good, good, good. As long as you can kill the enemy, doesn't matter what state you're in, as long as you can do it. Right. So it's the second last one, and then the last one. Right. Just get it. Good. Good. I like that. I like that combo. Rage, getting it right down, and then Death just to finish the job. Right. So it's second. Last, and now it's last. And each hand, as it were, as I'm describing them, the fingers get longer. Right. And the top one, it's the far left. Oh, double quicken. You'll love to see it. I don't like to see. I don't like to see step mine missing. Oh, well, I didn't think that would kill Ryan. I suppose I wasn't really paying much attention to his health, but... Oh, recover all. That was pointless. Why did I do that for? Yeah, see, this place just has goblins hanging around. It's just part of the theme of the area, I guess. Like, it's okay if you've got strong enemies in a hard area. It's okay to throw in a few weak enemies that are just like there in like for the course of the battle. Right, Orc, Poltergeist, and Goblin. Perhaps I should have saved the poison for the Poltergeist. I would like another Inner Demon, actually. That would be nice, if I can get it before this Orc dies. No. Okay, well... that worked out quite well. I will poison... No, I won't. Because it'll miss. Yeah, that goblin there is just hanging around. It's just like, I'm here, I'm just doing my own thing. And now we have another key, so we're actually really speeding up. See, there's a chaos. Right, actually I should delete a few spells. I know I said I wouldn't, but I've decided that I am. Just quickly looking through. Yeah, I'll get rid of the enhance. I don't want it. Right. So there's a reason I've kept certain spells. I won't go into that just yet, but I'm going to head off to number 22, which is Chase. Now, of these last three, yeah, so these last three are all in the top right corner. Well, number 24 is straight up, like the top middle. The other two are in the top right corner. So I'm going to head straight to number 22, and yeah, these last three, they're really something, alright. And there we are. Right. Well, Let's kill a few bits of wildlife while we're on our way. Boop, boop. Almost boop. Boop. Right, so as I was saying, right, I'm gonna keep being hard for a lot. Right, chase. Horrible, horrible, horrible dungeon. This one is huge and it's an absolute maze. It's the type of maze where if you were to look at it, like from a top-down view, there's so many different paths. They're all like connected in their own way, and just looking at it from the top-down view, it's like, oh yeah, you can just draw a line from the start to end very easily. But obviously, you don't have that view, so what we have is a huge room full of corridors zipping off into all sorts of different directions, and they all like loop together, but you know, it's just a nightmare to navigate. So you want to go left for quite a bit, so, and this is you're not even going to see the vast majority of the dungeon this way, but I know the way to it, so I'm just gonna go there. Anyway, yeah, so instantly we get a Sphinx, a Hydra and a Yeti, so I might actually need to do some training to prepare for this one. Oh, well, that wasn't nice. Right, well, this is not going quite how I'd like it to. No. Oh, what are you doing? Right. Well, don't tell me I'm gonna have to train up here a bit. It's on too much of a lucky streak. Right, so which way? Let me think about this. I'm trying to think of where should I train? Because I could train in 18, but I'm thinking that's a little bit behind me now. Oh, I could just go there straight away and try again. In fact, I think I will do that. Yeah. I shall give it another go. Getting ambushed a lot by these enemies. Right, 19. Oh, no, 18 rather. So it's around here somewhere. There it is. Right. Let's give this another go. So I might have just been unlucky that time. So you want to go this way. Right, so 1, 2. You gotta go. There's a few of these paths you gotta pass by. So in this fight here, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I don't want to race just yet. I'm ready now. Oh, well, if only I saw that death was going to appear there. See, like I can do that fight fine. Right, now I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that if you go left for a bit, then you go down, there's a section where there's lots of like little squares. Ah, sirens, you can fight sirens in here. It's alright, you're not going to stick around for long, are you? And it's on one of the branches in one of the sets of squares. Right, so I think it's down this way. So yeah, it looks like these are all the squares. See, my characters can now survive a shot from the sniper. I say survive a shoot because shoot is the name of the word, the ability. But shot is the name of the thing, where, like the noun. If you get what I mean. I'm sort of nounifying the word shoot because it is the name of an ability. If that makes sense. Yeah, repair. One of the worst spells in Level Up Land 1, referenced in Level Up Land 2 with these mechs. Well, come on. I'm not going to be killed off by a mech. Come on now. Not at this stage in the game. Right, so it's like in one of these. I don't know exactly which one. But, aha, there it is. Good. I got it. Right, okay. So this has been very productive, hasn't it? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to number 23, which is in the top right corner. So, now that dungeon I've just been in, you might have got the impression that, oh, it's not that bad. That's because I only showed you a very small amount of it. If you head in any other direction, you'll be lost. You'll be absolutely lost. It's an absolute nightmare. Now this next dungeon, number 23, the second last one, is a nightmare for a completely different reason. In fact, quite the opposite reason, one could say. And I will warn you, you need to have, I think it's like 700 or like 800 chronometers to be able to make it through. But yeah, I'm blitzing through these final few bases. Right. Let's do it. Once I've killed these random things. Okay, let's. Right. Let's... Oh, come on now! You silly, silly game. Come on, we can death one of these in one go. Oh, actually we can kill it in like 2 or 3. 2 or 3 attacks. Right. Let's... go. Right. So this dungeon is basically a gauntlet. I'm going to keep my encounter rate low, just to avoid as many battles as I can. Basically, it's just one long spiral. There's no ways to get lost, there's no extra dead ends, there's no rooms that opens up into. You just walk in a big spiral trying to get to the centre of it. Now, part of that means that you will naturally not have enough chronometers to be able to train somewhere else before you enter this place. So you've got to make it all in one go. Triple, double quicken. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that death so prematurely. Yeah, so I think I'm going to make it through here fine. I'm not too worried. I mean, there's a chance, but there's a chance I won't. And it's a nightmare. If you get so far and then something kills you, you got to start again. It's a nightmare, but I'm confident. Right, so you go to the top here, and then you go right. I'll try and keep in contact with the wall to not step too far out. Got me death ready. Got 2 deaths ready. I only need 1, but okay, I've got 2 now. Keep getting all like these healing spells ready, which I don't want. Oh, well, didn't work. That did. And down. So yeah, it's just this. You're just following the path until you get to the end. It's just one long spiral. Yeah, I know I'm not saying much, but... aha, right, that's good. You can get that gone. It's going to make the fight a lot easier. Right, so let's get it down. Maybe I can use a death on it. If not, maybe I can use a rage. Or a step mine. Or a quicken. Not in a demon. Yeah, death. Okay, we're nearly at the end of this branch. Not quite. And it's dead. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can get this base done and then warp out and then get the final base done before I end this session. Might not be able to, but it would be nice. See, now this is a bit of a harder battle. We've got some enemies with quite a bit of health here and a bit of power to them. Still though, I've been dealing with nearly triple quicken. I got a double quicken in. Yeah, I mean, if something kills us, that's gonna be a problem. But looking at my stats now, I'm thinking I'm not too worried. I mean, the worst thing I can come... I don't know if you can fight abominations in here. I think you probably can. But I'm thinking the worst situation is if I'm against like 3 hydras or something, which... oh, something like that, which I can take care of it. You just gotta get to the end. Right. Oh, almost at the end of this branch. Ah, so yeah, 2 abominations there, and an ogre at the back. You can also fight velociraptors in here as well, which I haven't seen them for a while in any dungeon. Yeah, see, the abomination does like to do quite a lot of damage, so that can be a problem. Let's do a bit more to it. Death. Ah, didn't quite kill it. Come on. Yeah, see, it's a bit close for comfort. Yeah, that fight was a bit close for comfort, but I got through it. Yeah, see, if I can get this down to 2000-ish, maybe a little bit less, I can death it. One more attack and I'll death it. That wasn't enough. Okay. Yeah, this is alright. And it's dead. Instantly another fight. I might end up going over time on this episode. I don't want to, but such may be the way of things. The unfortunate consequence of a dungeon as long as this, with battles that are unpredictable. And up. And right. Didn't encounter an enemy on that entire branch there. Yeah, see, it's just me and one wyvern now. And down. Yeah, you can see how exciting this dungeon is. It's a gauntlet, alright. You can see the branches are getting smaller and smaller the further in that you go. Which obviously because it's a spiral. Anyway, this fight should be not too bad. Anyway, it's interesting that Rage did like roughly half of my own health. Yeah, sometimes you just take a couple of steps and then that's it, another battle. Sometimes you go on long stretches. People will say like, oh, that's inherently a bad thing, but I don't see why. But yeah, there's plenty of battles in here that just are against like witches and berserkers and stuff that are from quite a while ago, so they're not too hard. It's when you come across like the poltergeists and the hydras and the wyverns that you have to start thinking about things. Like abominations too, and sphinxes. I don't think I'll go over time. I think I'll make it just fine. Da da da. Yeah, these branches are really getting smaller now. We're pushing the end of it. Yeah, nothing's gonna... I'm not gonna get wiped out. This is not gonna happen. It could happen. I don't want to rule out the possibility, but I've survived this long, and obviously your stats only go up throughout a warp cycle. this has been very productive. This has been a very productive session. It's like once you get past base 19, the amount that they go by really starts to decelerate. And down, and here we go. And up. Boom! Right. Okay, yeah. Whatever, bunch of spells. Got it. Right. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna go to the final base. And when we enter, we're going to have answered a question you probably, well, you might have had for a long time that just hasn't been answered, or a question that you've been wondering a long time ago and then just completely forgot about. But this dungeon's not going to be hard. I'm gonna get through it fine. Probably in the next 10 minutes. Oh my word. Right, come on, let's go. There's 19, there's probably some chronofacts there, but whatever, I don't need them. I don't need to give my step mind another, like, 2 power or whatever it would be. 1 power. And anyway, here we have it. Number 24. Now, when you hear curse, a curse looms inside Omega that prevents spells without aura from being cast. So, in this final dungeon, if a spell doesn't have aura on it, you can't use it. So I'm going to rearrange a few things here. Just for the sake of having some aura. This place it's not hard, this place. I mean, there's quite a lot of oh yeah, Apple of Death on. Rage, no. It's pretty rubbish rage. One thing to point out is that the enchantments do work still. It's just that you can't cast the spells. So yeah, this is going to be my final setup for this dungeon. Yeah, for this final base. And the rules of this base, obviously we've got the curse that lingers, that means that a spell needs aura in order to be cast. If it doesn't, then it just means they just won't charge up at all. The layout of this dungeon is just one big room. That's it, just one huge room, and the key is in the top, somewhere around in the top right. As for the enemies you find in this room, you find everything. You find all enemies. Everything has a 1% chance of spawning in each slot, apart from leprechauns. No, I think everything has a 2% chance of spawning in every spot. So I don't know exactly like the position of this thing, but yeah, leprechauns are much more common in this place. You'll find loads of them. I think like everywhere else in the world they're like 1%, and here I think they're 7%. I think, but everything else has an exactly even chance of spawning. So the enemies here aren't hard. Ah, there it is. And when we collect this, here he is, Finn himself, the man we've been looking for. Well, it looks like the circus has come to town, and I say that after running a TV show with literal clowns in it. You! Is my presence really that impressive? Why am I even asking? I know it is. Where's Levi? That old twerp? Ha! You make the demands, I have the supply. It's capitalism at its finest. Then meet our demands. You forgot one important element, the price. One Levi at a special offer. Was 5 pathetic lives, now just 3 pathetic lives. The only pathetic life here is yours. Oh, you're far too late for that. The power influx processing is complete. Nobody can stop me now. Finn transforms into a monstrosity and takes to the skies. This doesn't look good. The stopwatch. We have all the keys. Maybe it can help us. So, you know how I was saying before how this game has... You've got the 2 loops. You've got the loop of each individual battle, and you sort of gain the advantage of that as you progress through that, and then surrounding that loop you've got the warp cycle, so then you warp, and then it's like you reset some of the power that you've gained from these smaller loops, so it's like these 2 sort of stages of loops. Well, it turns out there's 3. So, now we have time warping. Time warping will revert all experience, spell inventories, chronofacts and keys to how they were at the start of the game. All fog will be cleared and each character will gain 200 growth. You can only time warp if you have every key and at your maximum chronometer capacity. And we have Ascend. Ascending will deplete your chronometers and take you to the skies to fight the monstrosity that Finn transformed into. You can only ascend whilst outside. So now we can fight the final boss, and we're free to fight him at any time. And we've also unlocked this new time warping thing. So, I'll save. I'm going to change some of my equipment up just before. I'm just going to show off this boss here. I'm going to equip a few analyzers. Just because I want to analyze him anyway, so we can save. And with our powers that we've gained throughout the course of this game, let's ascend and fight the boss. Pandemonium. Right, Cascading Cataclysms. That does a little bit of damage, and it sort of like grows over time. An Unprecedented Metamorphosis heals and changes element. The Annihilation of all things mortal, I'll pause the game for now, does like 10,000 damage to everyone. Before he does that, let's see if I can analyse. Nope. Aha, right there. So, yeah, the Annihilation of all things mortal, it does like 10 to 20,000 damage, so that's a lot. Let's have a look at the bestiary. He has over 150,000 health, so considering no other enemy in the game has more than 10,000, that's a lot. Power incarnate. So yeah, we've got all these abilities. Ruination and Devastation. That does, yeah, as you can see there, it does a lot of damage. It's 5,000 damage. Cascading Cataclysms, like just growing damage. Unprecedented Metamorphosis. Look how much it heals himself by when he uses this. Like 6,000, and he changes his element when he does that. And then on the 10% chance he uses the Annihilation of all things mortal, if you don't have at least 10,000 health, you're all just, it's a one-hit kill. And it's like a it's like a one-hit kill, and that's it. Look, the Annihilation of all things mortal. Nothing I can do about it. Dead. So this is the final boss, and as you can see, he is very powerful. If I ascend again, look, you can see the situation that we're in here. I won't do anything. Just like look. Instantly, Annihilation of all things mortal. I'm dead. And he's got 150,000 health, and very commonly he'll just casually heal himself for 6,000. At most, when I use Rage or a Death when it's successful, it does a few thousand, and he can counter that in one turn. He is super powerful. So the way that we defeat him is by training a lot, by getting loads of experience and getting really high stats. Now, if I was to just go ahead and do that now, that would be really, really difficult. But time warping here, it will start the game again. I'll keep all the flags will be there. All like the information, the bestiary and everything will be there. But everything else in the game will reset to the start. But for every time warp that you do, you'll gain 200 growth. So the idea is to time warp. So let's warp, right, and now we've finished our first time warp cycle. Time warp, and here we are on time warp cycle 2. As you can see, we're back to our original stats. The quadrifax are back, 100 out of 100 chronometers. And if you have a look at our spells here, got like what, heal and strike with no enchantments. We are back to the start of the game, but our growth is at 600, so we'll grow at times 1.5 speed. The idea is you want to time warp at least once, maybe a few times, however many times you want to do it is up to you. I tend to say that 2 or 3 is probably the best, and then once you've done that, that's when it's time to properly train up for good and gather some spells to really be able to take them out. And when it comes to that cycle, I'll have to get to that when I actually get to the cycle, but if we look at the spell book, there's some spells that work really well, like Chaos for example, and Step Mine, if you've got the things. You don't want to use Quake or anything like multi-targeting, because he'll be it's just him and he's floating like in space. But you want to gather some good spells, and that is when Outer Essence becomes useful again, because you can use Outer Essence to heal outdoors and the fight happens in the sky. So Outer Essence, what was good at the start of the game, which we now know is actually good at the start of a time warp cycle, becomes good against the final boss. But yeah, I know it's made out as though we were approaching the final boss, but we're actually a long way off. We've just done the first time warp cycle, and so next time, I'll save it here, we will start the second time warp cycle. And it will look rather strange because there's no fog. The dungeons will look rather different, but yeah, that's it. So I'll see you next time, and we will be starting the game again, but with a times 1.5 experience growth rate. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.